What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, Randy, with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you another tremendous video today. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at a brand new game called DC Dark Legion. This game just came out about a month ago, and in today's video, we'll be talking about how to make the strongest Justice League combination. We'll be talking about different aspects of free-to-play and pay-to-play portions of this game as we set up this combo, and we'll also give you a very quick summary of how the game functions overall, in case this is the first video for this game that you've seen, since, again, it is a brand new game that literally came out a month ago. I am on server 313, which is incredible, and in general, you can collect up to, at this time, 50 champions that are in the game. The champions are DC superhero, all from that universe. You have fan favorites like Superman, and you have Batman, and you have all of the dark and evil folks, such as Harley Quinn, okay? So the game has been a lot of fun. The graphics are really great, and I've been playing this game for about a week now, and I have to tell you, I am enjoying it. At first, I was wondering if I'm going to continue playing it. I was trying to figure it out. Now I have it down, and what this really is a theory crafting based game, which allows you to take these 50 different champions, combine them in whatever combination that you think is going to be strongest in whatever position, and then attack other people in PvP or in the PvP settings, okay? So, into the video topic, the Justice League. I want to give a special shout out to the sponsor for today's content, GemZ. GemZ can save you 15-20% on your in-game pack purchases for DC Dark Legion. Check the link to GemZ's Discord in the video description below. Thank you again, GemZ, for sponsoring today's content. As you are setting up heroes and champions in your marches, you're going to go ahead and pay attention to these icons up here right underneath their name. These icons are going to tell you what family of buffs they're going to provide and how they're going to fit in with other heroes. For example, Superman is going to give you 20% attack and 10% HP to all 5 Justice League heroes if he is on the battlefield with 4 other Justice League heroes. That means 5 heroes will all have 20% HP and 10% attack. On the other side of the coin, if you happen to be running just 3-piece Justice League and maybe 3-piece metahuman, you're going to end up with a little bit less overall attack, but different types of champions available to synergize with each other. So you want to make sure you're combining the right types of champions in order to get those synergies. So where the Justice League really excels is it has a very wide net, a very large collection of heroes that actually qualify as Justice League members, allowing you to have a lot of options when you're creating your combinations. So you go over to the preset menu, and I kind of blitz through that, but you can go to the preset menu in order to set up your formations. That way you're not setting them up every time you do something. Click on these little lines here, go to preset squads. This will take you to your squad setup. There are a lot of different setups that you can use here, and I'm going to show you my couple favorites, okay? And again, we'll talk about a free-to-play and a paid-to-play version. You also have the strategy guide that's built into the game, which will allow you to add kind of predetermined setups. And I have to tell you, this isn't a bad setup, for example, but I don't think it's the best. So you can go to the champions menu as you are setting this up, and you can filter the champions right here by which types. So we're going to go ahead and pick Justice League, and we're going to filter out all the heroes that are Justice League, okay? So here you can see that we have a total of 11 heroes that are Justice League that I have recruited. Superman, and this particular menu actually isn't really the best one to look at their skills, so let me back it up. You can look at it a little bit better from the actual champions window because it'll allow you to sort again, but look at all the skills and things like that, so I probably should have started here, I apologize. Same methodology, we can sort this by Justice League. There's a total of 13 Justice League heroes. I have recruited 11 of them. So obviously, if you're only putting 5 on the battlefield, you are going to be able to put on lots of different heroes. The hero types, you're going to want to have some strong heroes in the front line that are tanky. Sometimes you want heroes in the front line that do good damage. If you're a paid player, the best combination in the early game is going to be Superman and Batman in the front row. They are both quite tanky. They also do fantastic damage. And in fact, Superman and Batman will often do more damage than your main damage-dealing heroes, in addition to being very tanky. So I suggest, as the paid version of this setup, to use both Batman and Superman, because again, they do incredible damage, they're quite tanky, and the first in-game paid events, like the World Anvil Shard summoning event, is for Superman. Batman is the $1 pack when you start the game to get Batman, and then, you know, the $2, $3, $5, $10, $20 packs to get his shards, so you can really power them up for not a lot of money. If you're only going to spend a few dollars in this game, you can get Superman and Batman to a relatively decent star rating very easily, okay? The other heroes are a little bit harder. Some of these heroes you can only get by summoning in the World Anvil or by opening some of the cubes. Some of these heroes are available daily with the $5 packs, like the Flash. I believe I can buy him for $5 in the daily deal. So if you are going to spend money again, you're going to probably, first of all, get Superman and Batman for the front row. And next, Green Lantern is the first spending event in the game. You're going to get Green Lantern shards for actually purchasing packs in the game in the first week. So pay attention to that if you are a paid player. You will essentially have Green Lantern, who is one of the strongest healers, who also provides a shield in the game, combined with Superman and Batman. Okay? 3 mythic level heroes that are all incredible. If you are not going to spend a lot of money in this game, there are some really great legendary options that are not mythic, and Wonder Woman is one of them. Wonder Woman is an incredible tank. She's going to do a great job on the front line, taking the place of either Superman or Batman. The only caveat here is she's a little bit tankier than Superman and Batman, but she does way lower damage. So you're going to lose a lot of DPS by switching to her, which isn't always a bad thing. There will be encounters in this game or PvE events that you are going to actually bench Superman and Batman for and put a tank in play. I've done that a couple times already in the first week. Wonder Woman is great. Also, Green Arrow, even though he is a legendary hero, he is one of the best damage dealers in the game, and it is very easy to get his shards. You're going to be getting a lot of his shards by completing the early storylines and in-game quests in the first week of your server. So Green Arrow actually comes pretty close to doing as much damage as Batman and Superman, and he's really incredible. He has great single target damage. He has a lot of crit that he's able to bring to the table, which is really, really tremendous. And it's, like I said, it's fairly easy to power his star level up because you're getting so many Green Arrow shards in the first week or two of your server. Okay? So I would highly recommend Green Arrow in the back row, especially if you're not a big spender and if you're a lower spender player. In today's combo, we're talking about a 5 champion Justice League combination. So we're not going to be looking at all of these other different types of champion bonuses. We'll be really focusing again on solely the Justice League. Now, there is one train of thought here which allows you to stack Metahuman with Justice League. Metahuman, again, is a Superman buff that gives you additional attack and HP. It's not as strong as Justice League. Justice League at 5 stacks gives you 20% attack and 10% HP, while Metahuman is 10% attack and 5% HP. So it's about half as many bonuses, but there are options to get 3 Metahumans in this March. Okay, you can put Superman, you can put Adam, who is also incredible. He is a Metahuman, and you can put Wonder Woman in, and she is also a Metahuman. There are a number of Metahuman Justice League heroes, I believe Aquaman as well. So you are able to actually get either a 3 or 4 Metahuman stack in addition to the 5 Justice League stack, giving you crazy, crazy bonus stats on your heroes, which cannot be, I cannot say enough good things about doing things like that, okay? You are also able to run the Weapons Master setup with Justice League heroes if you happen to have Cyborg and Batman and some of the other folks, such as Green Arrow. You are able to run a Weapon Master trifecta as well. I don't think you'll be able to run a 4-piece Weapon Master and still have a balanced enough build. And keep in mind that you are going to want a healer in your build somewhere. The healer that you're most likely going to be using is Green Lantern. If you don't have Green Lantern and you have to run a legendary healer, I can't speak today, there is a legendary healer, and her name is Mira. However, she is not a Justice League member, so keep in mind, if you are going to use Mira while she is strong, you will be taking stats off of your Justice League heroes, okay? But if you're running with a 5-piece Justice League combo with Green Arrow as your healer, again, you're able to run the meta-human setup with 3 or even 4 meta-human players, and also the Weapon Master setup in conjunction. Now, I don't have the Martian Manhunter. He is a Justice League meta-human. Maybe once I have him, he looks really, really powerful. Maybe once I have the Martian Manhunter, I'll be able to run a better meta-human combo. Maybe even a 5-piece meta-human combo, which would be just incredible. It's just too bad that Green Lantern doesn't have meta-human, because that would mean I would be taking my heals off the board. Stargirl is another support that if you don't have Green Lantern and maybe you have Stargirl, she is also a strong support for the Justice League. However, she provides a lot of powerful bubbles and debuff dispelations, which are going to help you survive longer and take less damage, but she is not quite as valuable as having a healer on the team for many fights. Recently, I was running actually both Stargirl and Green Lantern, and I realize that I've given you about 11 minutes of information here. I've just been talking to you. So if you guys have enjoyed today's content so far, put a comment down below and feel free to like and subscribe, okay? Alright, so like I said, I was using both Green Lantern and Stargirl for a while. That way I could have both incredible AoE healing with shielding, in addition to Stargirl's damage mitigation and debuff dispelling. There are a few boss fights in this game that require healing and dispels, and you will encounter those as you progress through your server. Just keep in mind, they do work well together. However, typically I run one support hero, which in this case in my 5-team Justice League. I'll go build the setup now that we've kind of talked about these different heroes. We'll take a look at the preset squad that I'm going to create for you today for the actual Justice League. Alright, so Superman again and Batman, they're going to be in the front row because they're very tanky, and they also do great damage, okay? We already talked about Green Lantern. He is a tremendous healer, even at only 4 white stars, which is pretty much, he doesn't even have all of his skills unlocked yet. He only has his first 3 of his 4 skills. He still does amazing healing and does a great job. He does more healing than my 7-star Ivy, although Ivy is also very strong, and she is not a Justice League member, so we will not be putting her in play. Let me sort this by Justice League, just so we can be clear who is included and who is not. So Green Lantern is going to go over here as a healer. The next question you have to ask yourself is, do you need more damage, do you need more support, or do you need more utility? And there are different occasions for this. I will say, in PvP, crowd control is absolutely imperative. In some of the PvE boss fights, you can't really crowd control the bosses, but having Aquaman in here, casting his Vortex and casting his knockback wave, will crowd control the enemy champions for a few seconds in the fight, really buying you valuable time. From there, you have to think about who is going to be the best fit and give you the bonuses you need in order to do the most damage. Shazam is a great tank. He fits in very nicely on the team. He provides meta-human and Justice League bonuses, and he can take some of the damage off of Batman or Superman if you want to have him in the front line, because he has a great taunt. Okay? If you do that, you'll have much tankier March, and you will have Superman, who is your biggest damage dealer in the setup on my screen, getting a meta-human bonus in addition to the Justice League bonus. For right now, I would say that the strongest combination you can run is either, depending on your star level, going to be Green Arrow or Cyborg. They both fit the same role. They both have the same bonuses, Weapons Master and Justice League. And in fact, there will be times when you're actually running Green Arrow and Cyborg in order to gain the Weapons Master bonus on Batman, Cyborg, and Green Arrow. You're probably going to do this because you want to boost Batman's area of effect damage and give him more attack. And again, we're still going to have the 5-piece Justice League bonus. So essentially, Batman, Cyborg, and Green Arrow will have 30% bonus attack and 10% HP, and everybody else will have the 20 and 10. Generally speaking, I do really like having Green Arrow on the team, especially because it's so easy to rank him up. You get his skills at a much higher level, and having crit on is really valuable. So I like to combine Aquaman Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Batman, and Superman, and this is my #1 favorite Pure Justice League March to date. I am not getting any other bonuses, so keep that in mind. I am trading some of the crowd control that we're getting from having Aquaman on board for that. But again, once we are able to get the Martian Hunter, I think I may be able to sit Green Arrow out, put Martian Hunter in, and pick up the 3-piece metahuman combo. Or potentially even at that point, bench Batman and put Shazam in to get a 4-piece metahuman combo and do crazy, crazy damage with Superman having a 5-piece and a 4-piece set bonus. Okay, so this is the strongest paid combo you can run for sure until we get Martian Hunter. All right. If you're running with a more free-to-play friendly version, again, you were going to probably put Superman away, and you're gonna have Wonder Woman up front here. You're probably gonna be using Atom. He is actually a really, really powerful hero as well, so keep that in mind. He is a great tank. He does provide metahuman bonuses. So if you did have Superman, you could potentially sit Batman and run Superman, and then here you're still getting 5-piece Justice League, 3-piece metahuman combo. Depending on whether you have Batman or Superman as a free player, you will get enough World Anvil shards to get Superman almost guaranteed just for free by grinding it out early game. You should also be able to get Green Lantern pretty easily, and those two semi-paid but also free-to-play accessible heroes combined with these legendary Wonder Woman, Atom, and Green Arrow will give you the strongest free-to-play combo that there will be, and will also give you the double buffs of Justice League and Metahuman. Those are the 2 combos I recommend using, ladies and gentlemen. Again, your situation will change. Every day there are different PvE events and bosses. Every day people are doing new combinations in PvP. So if you've enjoyed today's content, feel free to like and subscribe. I try to talk through all of it without making it a 2-hour video going through every single of these 5 hero skills. And really, we'd have to cover all 13 of the Justice League hero skills to give you the full summary. So we'll do deep dives into individual hero skills in later video sets to really help you get your feet under you. But for right now, first week, strongest Justice League combos. Love you guys, long time. Randy.